made it. 7 countries, 58 days, 182 hours on buses and trains, and we are in Kigali, Rwanda, completing the journey. Woo!
Am I wrong for thinking out the box from where I stay? Am I wrong for saying that I choose another way? I ain't trying to do what everybody else doing, just cause everybody doing what they all do. If one thing I know, I fall but I grow. I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I go home. So am I wrong for thinking that we could be something for real? Now am I wrong for trying to reach the things that I can't see? But that's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. That's just how I feel. Trying to reach the things that I can't see.
First night in Kigali, and we're staying with Hubert and Francis, and they're both students at UNL. Yeah, we're excited to talk about Nebraska for the next week or so. Go Big Red.
Hey,
Hey.
this
Hey.
is Rwanda.
We're here with Isaac, who is our friend Ishmael's brother.
Yeah.
And we're going to a thing called Umuganda.
Umuganda is one of the day that people gather to just clean all around.
So it's basically one day a month where everyone gathers together and does some sort of community service. And it's mandated by the government.
Yeah.
So we actually saw police this morning who were telling people, stop going to work, do your community service first, and then go to work.
Yeah.
We spoke to some community leaders about why Umuganda is so important to the social fabric of Rwanda, and if it could ever work in the U.S.
What are we doing here today?
Like today, we you see this small this road connects different groups. We're trying to clean as you are seeing this one. Constructing the country is the task of everyone. Yeah, it can work. Okay, for us it works well because we take it from our culture. We have Umuganda, we have Gachacha, we have other concepts like giving. You have Obamacare. You have a mutuel. Here we have Obamacare. We don't call it Obamacare, but we have what we call mutuel.
Yep.
Mutuel, we put our small means, then we contribute for health.
Sure.
Each citizen may access the health basic, and we may access the health assistance for not for free, but for little, almost $3.
$3 per year for universal health care.
They pay so much coming from US.
When an entire country gets behind an initiative of community improvement, really cool things happen. Rwanda has rapidly transformed since its 1994 genocide to become an example for the rest of the world in some regards. Kigali is probably the cleanest city I've ever been in. It's because they have strictly enforced anti-littering laws. They really take pride in sustainability. Plastic bags are banned and it's strictly enforced. There's just a lot of cool sustainability initiatives in the city. It's very progressive, very modern. In pretty much every city we've been, waste management has been a huge problem because there's just simply no trash cans in the street. But here in Kigali, not only do we have a trash can, we have a recycling bin and a solar panel on the top. In parts of Kigali, no cars are allowed today. This is a federal government initiative that encourages people to get out, exercise, play sports with friends. The roads are probably the cleanest roads I've ever seen, and they just kind of glisten in the street lights. Riding these things was pretty sketchy in Kampala. No one wore helmets and traffic laws were just completely neglected. But here the government strictly enforces helmet usage and traffic laws are followed somewhat. There's exceptions, I guess. One of the early highlights from our time in Kigali was visiting our friends Ishmael and Isaac's mom's house, way up in the hills at the top of the city.
We're trying some Kivugutu, which is a fermented milk.
How is it?
That wouldn't be the last ikivugutu that we tried. As it turns out, Rwandans really love milk.
Heading into our first milk bar in Kigali.
They're everywhere around here in Kigali.
Yeah, milk really isn't big anywhere in sub-Saharan Africa except for Rwanda. We're all about trying whatever food is popular, so you know what they say, when in Kigali, try a glass of warm milk. Very thick.
And doing a farewell with one last Ikivuguto. Wow. Milk. I made a mess.
This dude spilled all over.
It's my last full day in Rwanda, so Mike and I had to divide and conquer a bit because I couldn't pass up seeing the tea farms.
Going on a little adventure today. There's this really cool company called Zipline that I want to check out. They use drones to deliver urgent medical supplies and blood to Rwanda's hospitals, and Rwanda is the only country in the world that does that.
Heading to check out Sorwate tea plantation here just a couple hours north of Kigali, Rwanda. A lot of the tea that we drink in the US, just basic black tea, comes from Rwanda.
And I don't have any connections. I don't have like anyone to talk to. They might just turn me away and say I can't see it. I might bust an hour out there for nothing. But I say whatever, it'd be cool. Whatever I find on the way will be cool.
I had to take a moto taxi to the bus station, then I had to take a bus heading north. From there I got dropped off in this small town, and now I'm taking roughly 1 hour drive to the tea plantation.
This is the first bicycle taxi. Woo! We walk from here. Perfect.
So this is all tea, 100%, and we've been driving now for 40 minutes.
So I just walked up to someone and asked if I could get a tour, and they took me in. The security guy was a little bit concerned about this because this is like really innovative technology that right now Rwanda is the only country in the world, but it's literally, that's the future. So every country is going to do this eventually. It's a matter of time. Right here is where the drones take off and they just launch them, and then they come back and it just like catches a string and they just drop straight down. And there's people just in there chilling. When they get the call from the hospital, they get the drone ready, shoot it out, it comes back. I'm telling you, this is the future. 20 years down the road, you're gonna hear it from me first. Out here, some random town that I just stumbled across, eating a buffet for $1.
Just leaving the tea factory now, it was pretty awesome. Super tight security though, I couldn't take any pictures or videos.
We're just watching the drones take off and land. Part of the TED Talk that I watched about this said that the kids like to line up and watch. When I got here, there was no kids, but I made some friends.
Last night in Kigali, I'm gonna miss this place. Last moto, heading to the airport. Sad, but we're going home.
He's going home. I'm staying, man. I'm not leaving Kigali. We're at the airport, and we're actually with a dear friend, Eddie, that we met in Kigali. Hugh, it's been a pleasure, brother.
Dude, it's been a journey.
It's been a journey, man.
Rwanda, it's been real.
Yeah.
East and Southern Africa,
It's been real, man.
I will be back.
See ya, Hugh. It's kind of crazy traveling with Hugh for over almost 70 days, and I'm on my own now, so it's time for the next chapter. I'm at this art gallery that turned into a really cool hangout spot on Thursday nights. Isaac, where are we going?
We're just going to Umuganura. The people from all regions of Rwanda just gather and they gather what they have harvested and they share what they have. They make it like a feast.
It's a public holiday.
Yeah.
Where the people in their community service groups, their Umuganda groups,
Yeah.
all come together,
Yeah.
gather what they harvested for the year,
Yeah.
and feast.
Yeah, that's it.
Turns out the harvest yields are much lower in urban areas. It wasn't really as much of a feast as we thought. We got some corn. That's about it. Still pretty cool. Everyone getting together, hanging out, eating some corn. It's raining out now, but we're making some ugali. I'm about to try. This is the thickest substance.
So, there you go. You good. You made it.
Yeah, we're enjoying a nice lunch right now. It seems like every country we've been to has a different name for this white carb here. They call it ugali here. But usually there's no sauce to dip in it, it's kind of bland. But here we have a peanut sauce. Going to meet our friend Paul that we met in Nairobi. He's staying in this Serena hotel. He's just in Kigali for a couple of days, maybe one day. Paul connected me with other young environmental leaders across the African continent. It was really cool to meet other people who were working on the same issues as I was all the way across the world. Plus, there was a really good buffet. It's my last night in Kigali, last night in Africa as well. I feel like it's only fitting on my last night that I do the same thing that I've been doing for the last 9 weeks, which is just kind of walking aimlessly and seeing what I run into, seeing what I learn. It's crazy how much growth and knowledge I've gained from just walking with no agenda. Kigali, I'm gonna miss you. Last moto ride. Just said goodbye to Francis and Hubert. See you guys in Lincoln.
See you, man.
Peace. It's just crazy how smooth this trip went. I mean, I literally was just like, I want to backpack from Cape2 to Kigali, and I didn't even know if it was possible. And I just bought 2 one-way tickets and decided to make the ride up along the way. And it actually worked.
I'm walking down this road of mine, this road that I go home, so am I.